The Hey Blue Umpire Podcast, four umpires by an umpire for this January the 4th, 2023. I got it right 3 days in a row. Brought to you by Plate Crate. Get the gift of baseball delivered right to your door all year long and use promo code 1420PLATE. And save yourself $20 on your subscription service right off the bat. A lot of great stuff at platecrate.com. Give them a visit today. And like I said, use the promo code 1420PLATE. Baseball season's just around the corner. We're in the new year. It may seem like it's a ways away with the weather and everything else, how it is, and there's still some snow on the ground in some places, but it's coming. It's as soon as the weather gets a little bit warm and coaches think that they're able to go out there and play, especially here in southern Alberta, they get going. A lot of people who listen to this show, you guys get baseball all year long, so you don't even get a break. You don't got to get prepared. You don't really have an off season, which I kind of feel bad for you guys. You don't get some time away from the game. We stopped our umpire clinic for the holiday season 2 weeks ago on the 17th of December, and having a full 2 weeks away from the charcoal gray pants and the like, and saying on the rubber set, call it, has been a welcome thing. We'll get back into it this weekend here at Spitz or at Lloyd Nolan Yard in Lethbridge, or if you're throughout southern Alberta, you hopefully you guys come to the clinic. If you're anywhere else around the world, hopefully you guys are partaking in some clinics or maybe hosting a clinic or whatever it may be. But anyways, getting ready for the season. Some people don't have the benefits of living in the warm weather, like I said, so you don't you don't get to do games. All of a sudden, before you know it, games are right in front of you, and your assigner is getting to you on arbiter right away and saying, do a game, and you don't have anything ready to go, and you're not exactly sure if you want to. You're not exactly sure if you're going to. You're not exactly sure what's going on. So I'll give you a few tips and ideas to get your season started right on the right foot. You're starting today. If you got your headphones on, you can do a lot of this stuff while you're listening to the Hey Blue podcast. It's a lot of easy stuff that can get your season off to the right start and get you interested in it again, and get the competitive juices flowing, because it is competition when you're out there in the field. It's I don't want to say it's you against them, because that seems a little bit confrontational. That's one thing we try to stay away from, is being confrontational out on the field. But it is a thing. You got to compete out there, and you got to work hard out there on a daily basis when you're out in the field. A lot can change over the off season. A lot can happen when your mind's not in it. You're not thinking about the game at all, and a lot can change. Like I just said, you can have rule changes that might happen, whatever conference, league level that you may be doing. The first thing you need to do right now is maybe go through some emails that you may have just grazed over and didn't look at during the holiday season, or as soon as your bag was put away for the season, that you said, I'm done. I'll worry about that next year. Next year's here now, and it's time to start worrying about that stuff. If there is any rule changes, you want to know before you get to the field, before you start putting your equipment on and your uniform on, going out there, and then your partner, who might be the head guy, the UIC of your area, he might say, hey, did you check this out? And you don't want to look ridiculous or look like you don't know. So it's a good thing today or tomorrow, whenever you do listen to this show, is to get a hold of your assigner, your UIC, whoever it may be, and find out if there's any rule changes in your area, because there are changes. There are things that happen every year, no matter what level you're doing. There's different rules, different competitive things, different ins and outs that might happen throughout the off season you might not be aware of. Check your emails first, because that's where everything usually comes through. Things do come through arbiter, and you check your email, but a lot of people, they just whip through those. I know I do. If it doesn't interest me at the point, or if it's not important to me at that point, I just graze through it, and I say, I'll worry about that later. Also, get your rule book in your hand and start reading that again. It doesn't hurt to know too many rules. Yeah, there's nobody who listens to this show, I would suspect, that knows every rule in the book. I know I don't. I've been starting to read the book a lot more religiously the last couple of years. I try to get three different things in a day, and I try to put myself in those situations, and I immerse myself in the rule and get the spirit of the rule and why I'm doing certain things. So get your nose in the rule book. It's very important, not only to learn the new ones, but maybe to catch up on some old ones too that you might have forgotten, or that you don't think are important, or don't worry about 1 and 9, like we've all said before. Don't worry about those things in the rule book. Later on, maybe get to those, but they don't matter a whole bunch on the day-to-day field stuff. But do learn the rules. Do learn the what's supposed to happen for your federation, and the spirit of the rule. Like I said, it's very important that you get those. Not a lot of people are baseball dorks like myself, and umpire dorks like myself who get immersed in this kind of stuff and follow it every day and watch YouTube videos and the like. But make sure you get ready to go for the season and the stuff that you can control when it might be a little bit cold out and there isn't things going on. You do have some free time. Stay off the Twitter machine. Get on some podcasts. Get on the Hey Blue podcast. Get on the different Umpire Association YouTube sites because those will help you out to get ready for the season. But the biggest thing, I can't stress this enough, is to get a hold of your assigner and let him know if you are interested, that how many games you want to do, what levels you want to do as well. That is very important for the guys who are trying to get the things going for the season coming up. It's a lot of work to get games going. There's a lot of like we talk a lot on this on all shows that there is a lot of teams out there that need umpires. That games got to get covered. So your assigners need to know if you're interested throughout the year and how many games you plan on doing, what nights you might be available through the year, and the like. And getting and sending an email isn't the most personal way to do it. Maybe actually call somebody and have a phone-to-phone conversation, or if you can meet up and have a face-to-face conversation to know people's intent, what they hope to do for the season, and to get things rolling in the right directions. Because if you start off poorly, it's tough to catch up. So it's very important for umpires as individuals, not only to get things going properly, but it's important for the associations to get off on the right foot. But they need the volunteers. They need, not that you're volunteering your time, you're still getting paid, but they need the guys to make sure that everybody knows how many guys that they got, so they can get prepared and they can tell the different baseball associations how many guys that they can, how many games they can cover and the like. And you don't have guys doing 300, 400 games a year, because that can get a little bit tough too. So it's very important to get a hold of your assigner. Like I said, get to know the rule changes, get to know what some old rules you might not be aware of, get to know what leagues might be going on in your area, get to know what different age groups that are happening. I know there's some talk about some different things happening around Lethbridge, but when they're going to get going, no one knows. As soon as the snow is off the ground, they like to get going around here. So it's very important you get a hold of the higher ups in your area to make sure that they know you're interested, and then they know that you're ready to go. And that's on you to get ready to go. And like I said, getting to a little bit of knowledge with the rule book, a little bit more knowledge with the rule book as you got to the last of the off season. Because most of us, when you put your equipment away, and some guys, their equipment's been away, they didn't even do any fall ball. Some guys were done in June or July, right? So it's been a long time since you umpired a game or even thought about the game of umpiring, which it's a game out there. Let's not kid ourselves. So make sure you get ready to go. Be ready. Have a good season, because being prepared to start off properly is so important to get things